welcome back, guys, to my channel. This is RAYMONDAKERMAN back in What's in the Kingdom. So today I want to talk to you about the general wealth. Very morning from the story that we had in Cape Town this morning about Mr. RAYMONDAKERMAN, who is founder of PnP. That he bought 4 stores of PnP back in 1967. He bought first of 4 shops, which is 4 supermarkets, and then but the next year he was able to be listed in JSE, which is Johannesburg Stock Exchange, the upcoming year, which is surprisingly, but you don't know. And I'm not even about how much did he bought that stores with what he have, how much did he spend to buy that. We are not even about that. We are not even about the amount of money that he spent on buying those shops. But the story for me is about the story that is inspiring to me. It's about the general wealth that we see from the guy being able to create that business, which now that he has passed on, it doesn't collapse. Like, because we grew up being taught that whenever time you think of an idea, when you are dead, it's no more longer going to run. But this is surprisingly, because it's the general wealth. DJ Boo has talked about this. There was a time in last year when they said to blah blah blah, so it's more fine, blah blah and all that. But he talked about general wealth in a deeper manner. Why he said, according why he said, general wealth, it's about creating something. That's what he said. He said, I'm creating the wealth for the upcoming generation. They're going to benefit on this when I'm no longer there. For me, it's not about the billions. I call him. For him, he said, for me, it's not about the billions that I will leave to this world, but it's about the system that I'm going to live, which the younger generation that is coming by is going to inherit, is going to live by. Because, like, for example, PnP, they said it's about, like, well, I don't know how much did they say? Like, they are on 2,200 stores in the whole African continent. 2,200 stores of PnP in the whole African continent, which started from the 4 stores, 4 supermarkets, married to 2,200. How many employees? 90,000 employees have been hired by PnP in the whole African continent. So you can think of how much the guy has created for the families, because you have to know, if the 90,000 people are working on PnP, it means that those 90,000 people are feeding around maybe 1.2 million or 1.3 million of people who are generating from that, who are benefiting from that business of the guy. So Mr. Ackerman is one of the people that is an inspiration to young people, to young African people. If we can think like him, it doesn't matter how much we have, but if we can think like him and say, you know, I'm going to start the business, this business, even if it doesn't pay me while I'm still alive, it doesn't matter. But as long as it's going to benefit the upcoming generation, we can have the better Lesotho, we can have the better Africa. So I think for him, I'm so inspired for what I've just read about him. I didn't know the guy, it's just I read about him this morning. So again, another story of him is like, it was back in 1987, somewhere there, where he approached the government by then, which was during that apartheid time. He approached the government there and saying, you know, for me, I think we should pay people according to their expertise or how much they bring in the company, other than paying them according to the color of their skin. That's what he said. That words come from the white man, which during that time, nobody ever thought of a white man saying that, because he was simply saying we should pay these black people more so they could give us more. If they're able to work perfectly, why can't we give them what they deserve? That's what he said. I just read about him and I'm so inspired. It's just unfortunate that he's no more, but he has done his job, he has done his part. For us, it's just to copy from what he did and to go forward and be able to say, you know, understand the term general wealth, to say if we can have more people like him in our own continent, we can create more general wealth for the upcoming generation. It doesn't matter if you live poor, it doesn't matter if you live this world poor, but if you know that you have left the system, because let's talk about today. Today, Pick n Pay, they're operating. They're still open. The business still goes on. It doesn't collapse because the owner is dead. So you can copy a lot from the guy. You can read about him anywhere or on Google or anywhere. You can get all this story from him. This is Kerim Ramone. Today I just wanted to talk to you about general wealth. I love you guys. Thank you everybody. Bye bye.